Hello everyone, my name is Clea. Welcome back to my channel. If you didn't already know, I'm literally addicted to matcha and I have to have one at least every single freaking day. And I'm also very picky with the matcha that I drink just because I'm like, dude, these are not small dollars. It's like $7 a freaking matcha latte. So it makes me really depressed if it tastes bad because I'm like, what a waste of money. But anyways, I figured before I moved out of New York City, it'd be a good opportunity to do a official New York City matcha review. Obviously there's a ton of matcha spots here in New York, but I figured I should try the handful of the most popular ones to see if they live up to the hype. But yeah, let's get into it. Hello, I literally have like 4 minutes before my doctor's appointment. I'm literally so dumb for trying to rush this, but this is my matcha. I literally finished so much of it already and I had to have more self-control to not finish all of it before I gave my official review. But my order is always an iced matcha latte with whole milk, honey, and less ice. And honestly, No Stress does it the best. It's also the most affordable matcha I found in the city. It's $5.99 and it's honestly so good. It's blended so well and they put enough honey for it to be sweet enough and no notes. Also, it's an Asian female owned small business and so I love supporting them. Also, I didn't get their croissants today, but literally it's low-key the best croissants I've ever had. So I definitely highly recommend you guys check it out. I'm literally sitting in Bryant Park because I just went to the Cha-Cha Matcha in the Bryant Park location. I think Cha-Cha Matcha is like one of the quintessential chains. A lot of people go. There's like multiple locations all around New York and it's super cute and aesthetic, but like their vibe is very kind of like Florida tropical in my mind. Like lots of cute pinks and greens, but heavy on the pink, which is kind of different from like more chill like Japan-y vibe. But I got my usual order, which is an iced matcha latte with honey, and this came out to be $7.50. They upcharged for honey, which is normal but disappointing, but still. Let me try it. Okay, the color looks kind of cute, but flavor wise it's pretty lacking for the matcha. I feel like it just kind of tastes like milk, low-key. I mean, it is refreshing, but definitely nothing to write home about. I think it's a good alternative for like when you're really in a pinch and you really want a matcha, and this is like the only location near you. But I definitely wouldn't travel specifically to try it, but maybe that's just me. I would give it maybe a 6 out of 10. Like, it's not powdery and gross, which is nice, but the flavor is kind of lacking to me. I would give it an 8 out of 10 for decor, but there was very limited seating, so it's definitely not somewhere that you could just like go and work and chill. It's also very hectic, the location I went to, because it's so popular amongst tourists, so it's definitely not a calming daily ritual spot. Hello, am I sitting on a random set of stairs in some random alleyway in Brooklyn? I am. Because I felt too awkward filming in the actual Kettl store. Also, forgive me for the sweat. It's literally so freaking hot here in New York. It's the peak summertime, I swear. Anyways, I got my iced matcha with honey. They actually had 3 different types of matchas to choose from, and I chose the first one, which was the yame, and the notes are supposed to be nutty, and they do not lie. This is the nuttiest matcha I've had in New York, I'm pretty sure. And I actually love going to Kettl. They're known for being, I guess, more serious about the matcha craft. They have a lot of different types of matcha powder, but also a lot of different types of matcha drinks. And it's just very matcha focused, which is great. They also have hojicha, which I've had before, and it's super good. I honestly would have gotten their hojicha today, but this is a matcha video. Oh my gosh, the sun is coming out. What do I do? And there's also a back table of Kettl where you can actually book in advance to do like tea tastings, kind of like an omakase tea situation. And you can get like different types of teas. You can also get a little snack because they have really good like matcha themed pastries. And it's so good and so fun. And I just love the aesthetic of Kettl. It's like super calming, super Japan vibes. And they also have a lot of merch and different types of matcha tools and matcha powders that you can buy when you're there. And I honestly love just going there to like meet a friend, sit, and like it's the type of place that I would actually go travel to try, unlike some of the other spots where it's kind of like a I'll go if I happen to walk past it kind of thing. But I love Kettl, and this is the color of it. It's definitely deeper than some of the other matcha spots. I would say the drink is like a 9, and then the actual cafe decor I would be like, honestly, 10. And also vibes, 10, because there's a ton of seating and it's just like really relaxing. They like burn incense. It's a whole thing. So I would definitely recommend checking it out if you're a very serious matcha drinker and you want to try all these different types of matcha and different types of matcha drink and even their hojicha. So yes, if you haven't checked it out, I went to the Kettl that's in Greenpoint, Brooklyn. They also have like smaller stores in other parts of New York, but their main store I think is in Greenpoint. So but okay, I'm running late to brunch. See you tomorrow. Hello, another day, another matcha. Also another day of always trying to awkwardly find a place to film because matchaful was actually so crowded today and I didn't even want to sit there and record in front of everyone. So like I ran to try to find a place where there was seating and quiet, I guess. But anyways, today I went to Matchaful. There's a ton of different locations here in New York, but I went to the one that was in Midtown East. It's actually embedded within this place called the Clean Market. But Matchaful is a little bit different in the sense that it's like very like health and wellness focused, where some other spots are more just like fun vibes. But yeah, Matchaful definitely has an emphasis on health and wellness. Matchaful actually only carries plant-based milk and they don't carry honey. I think it's like a vegan spot basically. So I ended up getting oat milk and instead of honey I got agave. They also had the maple option for your sweetener, but low-key this hits. I was prepared to hate on it because it's a chain and it felt a little bit gimmicky with all like the wellness boosters and shots and stuff, and I'm like, how good could it be? But to be honest, it hits. I don't know if it's just because the oat milk is really yummy, because usually I get whole milk, but honestly I would say 10 out of 10 low-key. And then in terms of accessibility and like comfort and seating, there's actually a ton of seating there. It was super cute. They have like a no laptops policy at the location I went to. It's like cute vibes. People aren't just sitting there and working, they're actually sitting and enjoying their matcha. And they have a ton of drink options, and I like how creative they get with their different types of matcha drinks and also the things that you can add to it. Honestly, I was ready to hate, but low-key I love. So if you ever want to check out Matchaful. But yeah, if you guys want to see where I'm sitting right now, it's literally just the basement of some random business building that I found my way into. Because I was like, I was too nervous to film because there's like people sitting next to me. But okay, okay, now I just have to chug and finish this matcha before I walk into church because my church has like a no drinks policy. So, okay. But I will see you tomorrow. Hello, I'm here at the iconic Ralph Lauren flagship store in Upper East Side. Of course, I had to stop by and get some Ralph's coffee because it's just like super all over Instagram. It's super aesthetic, super cute, and so I made the trek here to try and see if their matcha latte was worth getting or if we should just stick to their coffee. The seating honestly is super cute. Sorry, again, sweaty. It's literally 90 degrees Fahrenheit out here, but let me try this matcha and see how it is. But also I noticed that they didn't use like actual matcha powder. They had like a pre-made matcha syrup that they pumped into the cup and then they added milk. I get why they did that because they have such high volume of traffic that they just need to do it quick. But okay, let me try it again. Unfortunately, it's like super milky, like there's not much matcha flavor, which like honestly was expected because the moment I saw them use like the matcha syrup that they pumped in, but the color isn't horrible. It's just a lot of milk, not really any matcha. I would say drink is like it's like a 4. Also because so far this is the most expensive matcha I've gotten so far. This was almost $9 US, which is insane. This is basically a meal, but I would say maybe skip the matcha here and always just opt for the coffee. Hello, it is now officially another day, another sweaty summer matcha. It is again for some reason 90 degrees and humid outside, and I don't know if you can tell, but I'm literally sitting in Central Park right now because again I was too nervous and embarrassed to film inside the Blank Street Coffee. If you guys don't know, Blank Street is a chain and it's predominantly based in the UK, but they have a ton of locations here in New York, and so I definitely wanted to try it to see what the vibe is. It's so cute. I get why people love it. The aesthetic is definitely there, and this was a big boy. This was a large, but it was $6.30, which was definitely on the more affordable side compared to the other matchas that I've gotten at other places. But taste test. I feel like I got my usual, which was whole milk with honey, and I don't know, I feel like it tastes like just very milk forward. Like I don't really taste any matcha flavor, and weirdly I also don't taste any honey flavor, even though like I'm pretty sure they added it in. But yeah, I would say matcha drink wise it's like a 5. Size / value wise, it's like an 8 because this is like pretty big for the cost of it, but also aesthetic wise very cute. I would say like an 8, but the specific location I went to was like super crowded and small. I've been to other locations before where it was like way more spacious and people could sit and whatnot, but the one I went to on 5th Ave near Central Park was not that way, so it was a little bit hectic because I think it was like a lot of people on their lunch break from like working their office jobs were there, so it was very frantic. But my official rating of Blank Street is it'll do in a pinch, but I would not purposely try to go and try it because it's just very fine, very regular. Okay, I gotta go, I'm late for my appointment, but I'll see you for the next one. now a couple of weeks later. I never actually got to verbalize my review of 12 matcha, but unfortunately, it completely lives up to the hype. It literally, honestly, was the best matcha I've ever had. And I honestly do think it's worth the wait. That's literally crazy coming from me because I refuse to wait in line for things usually. Like, I hate waiting. I hate waiting. I'm an impatient girl. I don't like standing in line, but honestly, it was so freaking worth it. I've literally never had matcha that tastes like that, and also like the consistency, everything. And I actually happened to know the person that founded it, and I had a chance to talk with him in terms of like all the thought and energy he put into opening the cafe, and literally like the details are insane. Like, he specifically had people train them in like the specific art of whisking matcha so that there's always like a layer of foam from the top to the bottom. From when you drink the whole thing, there's always gonna be that little layer of foam. And I'm just like, literally chef's kiss. It, like, I don't even know how to describe it. Their food and desserts are made in-house, and literally it was also so good. I was just there munching myself. I got like the financiers, I don't know if that's what you call them, the little pastry things. I got a croissant, I got their Basque cheesecake. Everything was so freaking good. I just like couldn't believe it. And obviously the decor, the vibes, 10 out of 10, immaculate. I was like expecting it to be good, but not this good. It was so good. I'm like, no notes. I actually do highly recommend you guys to check it out. Okay, I'm also looking in the viewfinder. It feels like my hair looks greasy. I promise it's not greasy. I literally just showered, so my hair is still a little bit wet. But I'm like, why does it's giving me oil? It's giving me oil in a way that I don't want to be oiled. But just ignore that. Please know I literally just showered. So to just sum it all up, I'm going to be ranking and tiering all the matcha spots that I tried in this video. Starting at the bottom, D tier, I would say is Ralph's Coffee. I mean, I don't blame them. Their name is Ralph's Coffee, not Ralph's Matcha. And I went for the vibes because it's a very popular tourist destination, but their matcha is nothing to write home about. They use a little syrup, and it's not like fresh made, obviously, or hand whisked or anything like that. So it's very just like, So I would say D tier, Ralph's Coffee. And C tier are kind of the rest of the matcha chains. I would say Blank Street, Cha-Cha Matcha are also C tier. I would say Matchaful would actually be a B tier. So that's like the one chain that I would say is a little bit better than the rest. I don't know, maybe it's because I just kind of low-key love oat milk, and they have very good oat milk and like plant-based milk options. A tier, I would say, would be Kettl tea, no stress. And this is like a wild card random that I ended up adding on, which is this like tiny little shop that is like in Kips Bay, Midtown East, called Mucha's Matcha. It's literally just like one little stand, and like they have really good reviews on Google, so I decided to go, and honestly, very good. It was super yum, and I do highly recommend. But yeah, it's just like a really low-key spot. You can't really like sit and hang out because it's just like one stall, but yeah. And of course, last but not freaking least, S tier, the GOAT, 12 matcha. What can I say? I already said what I needed to say. Iconic, no notes, S tier. Honestly, the best matcha I've ever had. So there you go. That is my official matcha in New York City review. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. If you ended up trying any of these places and you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments below. But with that, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you for the next one.